we're continuing down the customer life cycle. We're attracting interest. We've captured leads. Now it's time to nurture these prospects and convert them into customers. What if we had a way of actually predicting which of our leads were hot and ready to buy? Let's do a little example here. We'll use kind of a visual reference to help us talk about a strategy that you can use to predict which of your leads are hot. So this is your lead list. These are all the people that you've captured using powerful lead magnets and your lead capture mechanisms. Now, it's very tempting to just go and attack this list. We're going to start sending them offers every day for our stuff. But the problem is they don't really want offers every day because many of them are not ready to buy, right? Well, we could have our salespeople call them every day. No, that's not the right approach because now your salespeople are going to be calling people who are not ready to do business. So let's not use that approach. Well, we could send expensive direct mail packages to get them to, well, no. How about we find a way to find the 4 or 5 people who are hot? What would that mean if you could identify those people? How could you treat them differently? Well, that's exactly what we're going to talk about today. We're going to share with you a strategy for finding these hot leads in the middle of all of your other leads, and then we'll give you some ideas about what you can do once you've found them. So the idea here is we're going from one lead list to now we have this other list. We're going to call this our hot leads, and we're going to separate that out from our regular leads. Okay? These are the regular leads. These are the ones that have indicated buying behavior. They're engaging in buying behavior, which tells us they're hotter and further down the customer life cycle. So the strategy that we're going to use to separate out these hot leads is called lead scoring. We're going to actually create a score that you can assign to each of these leads so that you can know when they're hot. So to do this, we're going to do a little bit of research, okay? And we're going to find the key behaviors that typically happen prior to somebody becoming a customer. I'll give you a little example. Let's say in my business, before people buy, they usually will come and visit key pages on my website. They come and they look at certain pages that tell me, yeah, that person's moving toward buying. Another thing is they might download my pricing brochure. Now, you may not have a pricing brochure, but you're going to be asking yourself, what are the key things that people are doing before they buy? Another thing is we have an interest form that people can fill out. If they actually want to talk with somebody, they can fill out like a contact us form that says, please contact me because I'm interested in your product or service and I'd like to have a conversation. So an interest form gets filled out. And another thing is that people will typically click on case studies that we send them in emails. Okay? So here are 4 examples of behaviors that typically lead toward somebody buying. So what we're going to do next is for each one of these, we're going to actually assign a point value to each one of them. So key pages, this is a kind of lightweight, not a hardcore indicator. We're going to give that 10 points. If they download the pricing brochure, that's a little bit more serious. We'll call that 30. If they fill out the interest form, I'm pretty sure that they want to talk about our products and services. We're going to put that at a 50. And if they click on the case studies, that's kind of like going to certain pages. That's more like a 10. So now we have a list of all these little behaviors that can add to a lead score. And then we want to ask ourselves the question, okay, what is the cumulative score that a lead needs to be at before we decide to move them from our regular pool up into our hot pool? So in this case, I'm just going to say 50. Okay? And now we'll use a little bit of an example here. So let's say we've got somebody in our nurture list. We're sending these super high value things. We're on this plan here of continuing to offer value as we nurture them. And we've got our little indicator right here. This is our 50, where we said that person, when they hit this, we know they're hot, right? So a lead comes into our system. We start to follow up with them, and we're watching. We're sending them this valuable information, and we're watching for these behaviors to take place. So I click on key pages on the website. I get 10 points added to my score, right? Then I go and I click on these case studies, and I get another 10 points. So I'm sitting at 20, right? And then I go and I hit this pricing brochure, which adds another 30 points. And right now my score is 50. I have crossed the line in a good way. And now it's time for us, as the business owner, to take a different course of action. Now we know that this person is a hot lead, right? So what do? Well, we're going to stop this action over here. We're going to take them off of our nurture path, and we're going to go up to this hot lead approach. Okay, so now what do? We know they're hot. What do? Well, this is the time where first we can sick our salespeople on them, right? If you have salespeople, this is a great time to have the salespeople call. They want more than anything else to call hot leads all day long. They'll love this. The second thing is we might want to email them or mail them an offer. So again, we're not going to pound the entire list and have the risk of list fatigue and offer fatigue, but we are going to send offers to the people that are saying, I'm interested and I'm ready to buy. And the third thing is we might want to do a more costly campaign. So that might be an expensive direct mail package. Okay? Let's say we've developed a $7 direct mail package. We want to send that baby out. Fantastic. This is a perfect group of people to send that to. So if you want to have the ability to literally predict which of your leads are ready to buy, so you can take the right approach and convert more of those into sales while preserving the relationship with all of the other leads that you've got in your list, lead scoring is an approach that you should implement in your business. Now, we have two resources for you. First of all, in the Lifecycle Marketing Workbook, the Thrive 365 Workbook, we have an entire section here on lead scoring. It'll have you have some worksheets that allow you to build your own lead scoring methodology. And the second thing is we're going to do a Thrive in 25 webinar where we'll show you in 25 minutes from start to finish how to implement this type of lead scoring system in your business.